just waiting to get in, and yeah, Lane's looking forward to it. I'm trying to get into Metal Gear myself. I suggested going to this panel. I got friends that play this game, and apparently I've been missing out. So yeah, so I'm gonna film this event. And Lane, you're pretty excited for this event?
Yep.
Right?
Metal Gear.
There's Solid Snake right there. Looks pretty
Big
cool.
Boss.
Oh, Big Boss. Okay.
No, that's Solid Snake.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
And then I finally
You got all these people here so far? Say hi to YouTube. No one? No one? Alright. You've been on it all day. Yeah.
She's like, what the hell?
David Hayter, I'm taking your job. Forget it. I'm Solid Snake, not David Hayter.
My friends got taught by David anyway.
Alright, I'll film at the end when this panel's done. See you guys.
You were taught by Solid Snake? What the hell? Hello, everybody. Yeah! Metal Gear!
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. My way.
All right. I guess I was supposed to have a few other people up here, but they must be hungover or something. Oh, do we have it working? Okay.
I pass it to you if it's working.
Yeah. No.
I'll pass it to you.
All right. So I'm guessing my friend who was supposed to be doing this film with me hasn't arrived yet because he might be a little hungover. And there's a few other people missing. And that is not my friend. But it is. Is that Nick back there? I don't know. Yeah, it is. So, I don't know. I guess maybe I'll start with some questions or get this ball rolling here.
Favorite Metal Gear game?
3.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is actually my favorite, despite the costume switching. But you know, I just like the. I think there's some really funny Easter eggs in that game, more so than any others. I'm a huge Easter egg fan, and you can tell my voice is going here. But the box Easter egg thing with Sigan is one of the funniest conversations in the entire game series.
In the box.
Yes. How many own the
AV.
Oh.
Oh, get one of the AV guys. Yeah, in the panel.
Yeah. 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 Okay. The the HD collection. How many people have bought it? Okay.
Xbox,
right.
yay!
Good. Oh, please, Xbox. But you'd have to buy Peace Walker separate on that. So my first time playing Peace Walker was on PS3, actually, not on. Oh, there we go. Not on Xbox 360. I guess I'm just going to take questions here because I'm kind of, you know.
Favorite boss?
Probably Ocelot, but Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, Ocelot, yeah, young Ocelot. Okay.
Only because it's fun shooting the beehives over him. And
Okay, I can just say, like, when you fight after you fight him, just him just swatting those hornets with the ball. I'm like, oh my god, you're so amazing.
All right.
What's your opinion on Ryzen?
Ryzen or Raiden?
Rising.
Like Rising.
Rising?
Yeah, with Raiden.
I'm going to be quite serious here. I'm not the trailer watching type.
Okay.
I don't usually do it, so all I know is I heard it's going to be a lot faster paced, so I'm going to wait and see till the game comes out.
You can cut anything.
Guy in the back.
How many of you in Metal Gear Solid 3 actually ate the parrot?
Yeah.
I killed the parrot, but I didn't eat it.
I think I caught it, but I caught it for.
You bastard! You ate my parrot! He actually says it!
I did catch the parrot though, but that was.
Grandpa.
I did catch the parrot, But there was a reason I kept the parrot because I was trying to get all the trophies for Metal Gear Solid 3, but I don't think I did it in the original game.
Did anyone catch the like the fat snake?
Do you mean the Tsuchinoko?
Yes.
Yes.
I can never find the.
Oh, it's where the fear is. I
Yeah.
think it's at night or during the day, but I'm not.
And I love because I saw the conversation with it, and everyone's like, "Don't eat that snake. Keep it. Trust me."
Yeah, you do need a mousetrap.
Oh,
for it.
okay.
And you need to make sure it's alive. Anyone else?
I have a question. What do you think of Metal Gear Solid 4? Like, personally, I actually couldn't beat the game after 20 minutes because I was trying to go through this part where there's a gunning thing. I thought I was supposed to kill him, and I kept going for it for 20 minutes. And it got to a point where I couldn't, I read the guide, read everything, and I'm like, there's no way around it. I even went and bought the guide, and that's like, oh, you mean that little thing around the corner that looks like it's like pasted, like a pasted wall section? Actually walkable?
Yeah.
Couldn't play it.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is the one I probably played the least. I think I've only played through it once or so. Is this thing off now? It is.
What?
I don't know. They're not doing it properly here.
Is your problem solved yet, or are you still?
It was going good.
It just cut out.
And then it just cut out. Yeah.
I'm still trying to find AB. They're
All right.
a little hard to find.
Yeah. I was sorry.
If I can find them, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I was trying to sorry, what was I talking? Oh, thank
Sorry,
you.
our last panel was over at the Doubletree.
Good God.
Good word from management here.
Yeah, thank you. I've been suffering. Well, we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 4, and I was saying that I've only played through it once. I didn't think it was the greatest one out of all of them. I think 4 was maybe the weakest, in my opinion.
Can I just put a buffer on things? I know I'm late here. Spoiler buffer. Can we try not to spoil for people? Has everybody played 1, 2, 3, and 4? Metal Gear Solid?
Peace Walker.
Has anybody hasn't?
Oh, I haven't beat Peace Walker yet. No.
Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, we can go nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Snake is a clone.
Soylent Greenest people. Okay. Sorry. I have a question in the back.
Not so much question, but I actually did enjoy Metal Gear Solid 4. Like it was one of those things that I enjoyed it once. I didn't really want to go through it again. It wasn't so much I had to chug through it because it wasn't like I'm forced to play this kind of thing, but it wasn't a I want to go back and play it again.
Yeah.
I liked what they did.
My leg's a good tripod.
I felt like it ended the series fairly well.
It is.
And the company was throwing his pants because that's what he does, but it was fun and it was satisfying then.
I like to think that 4 is it's a finale. Don't introduce somebody to the series with 4.
No.
I haven't met a person who has gone through 1, 2, 3 and then played 4 and hasn't cried. Me, I raped an entire tissue box. I really did. Like it's almost a treat.
Yeah.
You didn't really.
Well, the weird thing with this is, when it came out, I did not have a PS3, so I watched all the cutscenes online.
That would do it. I'm sorry. You lose.
No.
I don't mean to be rude. You do lose credit on that point.
I know I do.
Because gameplay is integral with the cutscenes.
I figure at one point I'll probably play it as a team.
I just remember like the 10-minute trailer that came out for MGS4 where it was just a 10-minute cutscene. I'm just like, what's going on? It's just some ninja guy fighting. I'm like, okay. So confused.
I don't. The thing is, there's a lot more.
Your bag.
There's a lot more cutscenes than there is gameplay.
I'm making a tripod.
In Metal Gear Solid.
Thanks.
You can skip any of the cutscenes in 4. You just press start and then.
He said that didn't work. He's like,
Who?
Who? Gonna beat it.
No, you can skip every cutscene. That's how you get the big boss rating. Yeah.
I'm in the what?
The big boss rating.
Yeah.
It would kind of be impossible to finish a game in 16 hours and get that rating. Because some of the cutscenes are, well, 16 hours.
Half an hour
I'm okay
cutscene.
with this. I'm okay with this. Just let me grab a beer and a sandwich and I'll sit down and just, okay.
Yeah, the ending cutscene in particular is like, what, 30, 40 minutes maybe? Yeah, I know, you're in the back, I can see you.
Just one last cutscene.
Sorry, what? The what?
The cutscene at the end of Metal Gear 4.
Which one?
Spoilers, man!
I was sitting there, my supper was ready, I like cooked it and everything, and I was just waiting for the end. I thought it was like, oh, this is gonna be like a 5-minute thing where you see Snake, and then like 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, and you don't want to skip it because you just beat the game. Why did you bother?
You can pause it.
You should really be used to it, right?
Start
And pause it.
I agree with him. I think that by that point, after going through 1, 2, and 3, you'd be used to it. And me, I thought the ending in 4, shoot me, I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
How the snake parts. The credits roll, and you go, wait, stop. And then comes the epilogue, and the epilogue is just Snake, as it should be, really. You know.
No writing.
Yeah. Raiden's.
Hey, Raiden got badass in front.
Raiden's ending or like resolve was nice, but Snake's I bawled like a baby. I really did. Yeah.
The year that came out and I played it, I loved that ending so much. I cosplayed as old Big Boss showing up at the grave.
Did you talk like Sean Connery? Like,
Yes, I did.
Bro, I saw that, and I'm like, what the fuck? How are you here?
David Hayter doing both.
No, the voice actor for him was Solidus. It was Solidus.
No, it wasn't. It was Richard Doyle.
Yeah, he was Solidus, wasn't he?
No,
Oh,
that was John Simon.
Get out of the room.
I don't know my.
And this is even worse because they have the actual voice actors' names near the characters when they appear. So that's how.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
I gotta give it up for David Hayter. Has anybody here noticed the difference between like MGS4 Snake and like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 Snake?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
scraggly his voice sounds. I love it. It's
Well, yeah, because apparently when they were doing the cutscenes in 4, where like you're going around Shadow Moses and you hear the cuts, like the voiceovers, whatever, like those are from Twin Snakes. Because he's like, yeah, if we use the MGS1 voice clips, you would hear like traffic in the background and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the audio quality is No,
But I hated they got rid of for Mei Ling. I hate how they got rid of her like Chinese accent
No,
from 1
you know
and Twin
what?
Snakes. I'm like, that's what defines her.
For me, that was well.
It was brutal.
For me, personal thing, getting rid of Nastasha Romanenko's sexy Russian accent. That's just for me, but that's Talk to me about nukes, honey. I'll just sit here.
No, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah.
No, I think
I forgot
they
about
did
her.
the right change for I think Naomi and well. I don't know, the British thing was fine and all, but I thought it had a more emotional impact when they decided to do the delivery just without the accent for the Twin Snakes.
But it's the whole spy thing. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
For
Well,
me. I don't know.
I think Mei Ling, it was a little less comical.
No, but when you die and you hear her yelling at you in the codec, I just laugh my ass off. Snake! It's so
I have
funny.
a question that I'd love to answer. Anyone ever find the Easter egg of Mei Ling in 2?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You have to
Yes.
save like 20 times, and then she gets fed up and actually interrupts Otacon playing the future, and she's like, oh god, and she actually comes in. Is that the voice from Twin Snakes or the original?
I think isn't it the original? I
think it's the original.
Yeah, that's what makes it weird now because if you play, Twin Snakes, oh, she has a normal speaking voice, but then you go right to here and it's like, no, the speaking voice is the same as
Chinese accent.
here.
Oh, okay, question.
Yeah.
Favorite Cobra unit? Or member? Cobra member.
I was gonna go for favorite villain.
Oh.
That's
Okay,
a
well,
bigger question.
favorite boss over, but also favorite member of Cobra unit.
You're gonna have to.
Like,
Cobra.
which one? Fear, End, Pain, Fury, Sorrow, Joy.
That's tough, but I think I'm gonna go end.
The end.
Fury! Just the
The end
flamethrower
boss
wielding
fight
Astron is
one
so
of the
cool.
most,
Technically, you could say the boss.
yeah.
The Joy, yeah.
The end was
Comes in
the
feeling
end.
boss to battle.
The end was probably
That
one
was
of
actually the best fight in the whole game.
the end was one of the most interesting fights.
Longest fight ever.
Oh my god, trying to find him with the damn microphone.
No, I used the thermal goggles. I used the thermal goggles.
Stream, you can.
Or you can just save and turn off your PS2 and
Wait for wait. I did that my second playthrough because I'm like, I can't go through this fight again. Can't.
Kill
No.
him 3 hours before you get paid in the back.
where we going with the Cobra?
The pain is just the campiness of a man made out of bees.
Nicolas Cage, the bees. The
If you're making a solid movie, then you have Nick Cage as the pain.
Grenade. Tommy gun.
Tommy gun!
Well, like, how did he summon a Tommy gun from bees?
He's the bee man. There's no explanation.
There's a reason why he got stung probably 1,000,000 times and lived to tell about it, I would think.
For me, my favorite Cobra unit member would be the Joy. She is the only Cobra unit member who does not have supernatural abilities. However, you look at Snake, who is human, and then you look at the boss. The scene where Ocelot is juggling the guns.
Which one?
Yeah, and she just and she grabs the gun and fires the one bullet away.
And she breaks the gun and hands it back to him.
Don't fuck with this woman.
No, but I found out when I found out her voice actor, I was like, oh, she voices Mrs. Krabs' whale daughter in SpongeBob. I'm just like, oh dear.
Also, Diane Simmons on Family Guy.
Oh my god, yeah!
You're ruining the world.
Oh boy.
My favorite scene with the Joy was just in the torture scene where
God.
Vulcan's questioning her loyalty, and she's just like, "Are you questioning me?" She takes a step forward. He takes like 8 steps back. He's this 300-pound Russian man who can shoot 1,000,000 volts of electricity out of his body, and he just steps away from this petite 5'3" woman who weighs like 100
Now, my
pounds.
favorite scene is the scene where Vulcan beats the shit out of Big Boss, but especially when he goes, he grabs the crotch. He says, "Wait, you're not Ivan."
So great because it was Ryden, right?
You're better than Ivan!
And including finding Ryden, throwing him in the locker, and when you take the clothes off,
Right, go
and
on.
he's got
The lightning.
the speedo, and he's got lightning on the speedo. I was giggling like a 5-year-old girl when I saw that scene.
I just remember when I first saw the fear, like just him going like
Yeah.
and crawling up the wall. I'm like, how are you doing that? And then the tongue and stuff. I'm just like,
Near the ending of the game, what I would do is after beating the boss, I would quickly switch to the scientist and the, what is that, the kabuki mask outfit, because I just like watching, you know, on the airplane scene.
It totally kills the emotional impact.
Yeah.
take off your mask.
Or you can just wear the disguise with like the mustache.
Yeah.
That's annoying though, because that was the best. That was the best camo for that fight, right? The kabuki mask, and then you just
So you have to.
What
go
are you
ridiculous.
talking about? The scientist can't even fight.
Oh, I meant the kabuki mask. So then
Yeah.
when he's talking to the president, he still got it on.
I
right?
spammed the SIG gun so much.
Going back to I guess Cobra unit members, but villains, favorite villains. Anybody? Come on.
I like the Fury a lot, but Raging Raven.
Sorry.
Raging Raven, or whatever.
Vulcan Raven.
No, not Vulcan Raven. The in 4, Raging Raven.
Oh yeah.
Big Boss.
That was
Big
a
boss.
fight.
Well,
Why?
He's the best character, he's the best villain.
But he's really not present in 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Big Boss, as we know him, as we know Big Boss, is really not present in 1, 2, or 3.
how many have played the games in chronological order?
I'm trying to.
How many?
Am I the only
No, I
So you're going 3, 1, 2, and then 4?
Yeah, kind of.
or well, you could also put Peace Walker after 3.
Snake's Revenge.
No, you do 3. No, you do 3. You do 3 portable ops, then Peace Walker,
Yes.
and then 1, 2, 4.
Yeah. All right, we go for Girl Rin, I think.
I just want to say, I know this is a little off topic, but why I don't like Core is that the whole tragedy of Big Boss, Snake never knew what a good person he was. Kind of thing. So you get throughout the whole series of
Yeah.
But really, who suspected Zero?
If you
then you had to play portable ops.
No. I hated that they made Sigyn the DARPA chief. I was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
But then you find out Paramedic was all like, she did Les Enfants Terribles, and I'm like, okay, that's yes, that's
doesn't
good.
make sense. The DARPA chief working
Made Gray
Shadow
Fox.
Moses.
She made Gray Fox, and so I'm like, okay.
I find one of the most interesting things about MGS is the fact that characters change. Big Boss at the beginning of MGS 3 is this young, lovable
hero,
a bit oddball of a soldier, and then by the time Peace Walker comes, he's a shell of a man. A friend of mine said a comment to me. Big Boss may have only fired one bullet at the boss, but it killed them both.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep. Yeah.
He became the villain.
He felt dead ever since that moment.
Well, he I think Big Boss kind of loses his faith in people throughout the series. What is Outer Heaven? A haven for soldiers. That's what it
Nobody
is.
trusts the soldiers. I mean, look at the whole conspiracy with the boss.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I always got a kick out of like how villains, not only heroes or like good characters that were aligned with good in the game, respect the boss. You know.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point.
Loyalty to the end.
Yeah. She is a patriot. There's no way around
Oh.
it. That is what a patriot is. You know.
Oh, and that cool ass gun with the infinity symbol.
Oh yeah.
Love that gun. Can I just say in 4 when you had the Patriot, you put it up, you just hear I'm like,
Who sings along when that happens?
what a thrill!
How many times you climbed the ladder in 3?
Oh my god.
No, my friend always says in 3, the ladder, hardest boss in the game.
I'm trying to seriously, like, I always want to try and get to the top before that damn song ends, but it never
And then
happens.
you let go at the end and go again.
It would be so much better if you just like grappling.
Yeah. Yeah, try playing that. But it's true.
Yeah.
I got a relevant question to you. You said, yeah, I agree with you. He was shooting that drum. But if he didn't shoot the joy, would that change, like, would that the world?
That would have changed the course of history.
That would have been.
She knew she was. In order for things to move forward, the joy had to die, and she.
But
knew
that
it.
was just because it was dirty pool. It was like she didn't have to die just because.
But that's what the nature of the Cold War was.
Yeah. But
So
you know, it's one of those things where she didn't have to die. It was just one of those extra things.
But she did. There was no other.
No, she was gonna die anyway. She chose Big Boss.
They had to blame
They need to blame it on somebody. That's what the Cold War was. It was
Okay.
We have this. Well, we have this. Well,
Okay, the argument
nobody. And
I'm trying to make. If he didn't kill her, what do you think would have happened next?
It would have been as
World War III.
Yeah, as or as Colonel Campbell says, what a time paradox. that's what would have happened.
What is everyone's favorite Easter egg? Well, or because I think mine is probably if you look at the toilet in Metal Gear Solid 2 with Raiden, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Sorry, Rosemary. And it's like, they said, Jack, I can't believe you do that. This is disgusting.
No, one of my...
And she won't let you save, I think.
Yeah.
No, one of my favorites is when you're looking around for aims or whatever with the thing, but then you lie down in front of one of the like the women, and you're just like, you can see like upskirt shot, and then Rose is like, Jack, what the hell? I'm like,
just because I'm a horrible person and a pervert, following Meryl
into
the washroom and twin snakes. Oh, look, she's in underwear. I'm totally gonna just pay attention to plot.
plus your nipples are bleeding through your tank top.
Eyes on her. Plot.
Ass.
Yeah, I love
horrible person.
I love the hidden shots in Metal Gear Solid. Is it 3? Yes, Metal Gear Solid 3. Like when they have the Eva and they show from Snake's point of view, looking at it. We're gonna go to.
It's non-Easter egg, is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that Snake not dying in 4 weakened the series?
I think
no.
It's up to you.
I think Hideo was trying to make a statement about the video game industry with that. I think it was bold. I think, to be quite honest with you, excuse my French, I think he really fucked himself on that because they've kind of hit a wall now, especially with Rising, which
Don't exist.
Sorry?
Does not exist.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
What, Ryzen?
I am, well, Revengeance, fucking Devil May Cry with Raiden. Like, what, as much as it pains me to say this, I am not going to play that game. I have zero interest. Has anybody seen images of the Fox system?
No.
For MGS5, which looks like a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid?
Oh.
Fox system.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Sorry, or something else.
So they have like salt on and stuff like that?
If you thought 4 looked real, 5 could pass for being real.
Wow.
Like you could mistake it. Yeah. It's got like this like Uncle Sam, we want you thing for
PMC.
I think it was a bold move. I love MGS4, but for me the series kind of ends there. It really does.
Yeah.
Like I didn't play a video game for probably a month after I beat 4. Just because I was so emotionally invested. You know?
That's cool.
Yeah.
We had was there a question over there?
Nami actually challenges people to tell the difference between the Fox engine in real life.
Yeah.
Photos of rooms and photos of rooms from the game. And they say, tell us which one's real. Like, that's how similar they are.
Yeah, and people were choosing wrong.
That's
Yeah.
It can't be running on PS3 then.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is. The PS3 hasn't even come close to reaching its potential. Yeah. MGS4 pushed it a bit. Pushed it just a little bit. Scratched the surface.
It's a 4-year-old game, and it still looks like blah.
Yeah, I'd argue Heavy Rain is pretty close.
I have
great
issues.
movie.
I have issues with Heavy Rain. The Dead Eyes. The Dead Eyes are what kill it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think
some of the body language is really good, but the eyes are what throw it off.
Well, one thing that I found...
MGS4 beats that because
One thing I found stupid in 4 was when like Otacon was like, oh, you have to go through this room and like plant the virus or whatever. Or so you go through that room and you're like he's burning in that room and stuff, and then you get to that room with like to plant the virus, and Otacon just plants the virus with the mark, and I'm like, what did you need Snake for then? You could have just rolled in there and
You had to open the door.
oh
yeah.
There's a whip thing.
We'll go to I guess he's had his hand up for the longest. Yeah, stand up. Yeah.
Sorry. Kind of relating back to like you mentioned like the one bullet shooting, killing like Joy, kind of those. That sort of like tangents me to like I play through all the MGS's no kill runs. Like that's the only way I play.
Nice.
And I've always wondered how that fits in with like the canon of the series because it's always shown that Snake's always like really like post-traumatic.
Well, it obviously doesn't. Let's be real. You can't just trank the boss. The boss would find you and come to your house and kill you the next day. It doesn't work like that. Oh yeah, she's fine.
I'm not talking about tranking the boss. I'm just talking about like how you can go through like in general you can go through all the games without murdering. Well, you do murder the bosses.
You kind of have to push the square button in order to just stand there like this. Yeah.
What's really weird about that is that
How does that fit in with the entire Snake is like Snake is a killer, Snake has been like scarred by all this horror.
That's kind of like getting a. Why do you play video games? I don't mean to be rude, but that's kind of like
I think
I've always
what
found
it is that the whole 10-year gap when he was with the boss during like the Vietnam War, perhaps that's when he was scarred.
Yeah.
It's because they haven't done that game, but
there was portable ops before Peace Walker.
Yep.
So
which also has Gray Fox in it.
and young Campbell.
That just shows how awesome the boss is, where he can just drag anyone into a truck and they join him.
He's an inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to bring back 4. Like, I want to see when people's crowning moment awesome, where you're like, oh my god, this is really happening. Mine was
In terms of like,
Rex. I was just like, no freaking way that thing's gonna come back to life and I'm gonna actually pilot.
Are we talking just in terms of like powerful moments,
Well,
whether
just
they be
like,
sad
something like you were in the game, you're like, I did not see that coming.
Mine was probably when like Snake was on the ground or whatever, and Raiden is just like trying to like block Ray from like crushing Snake, and then like he like loses an arm and stuff. He's just all like, I was just like, wow. And then you see him later fighting, no arms. He's fighting with his mouth, and I'm just like, you got so much cooler.
I've got an answer.
Like I was just
for
like,
that.
ah.
The intro. the intro to Metal Gear Solid 4. Just the TV
It is
channel.
like-
It's the weirdest
Oh yeah, that the David Hayter and stuff like that
Yeah.
with the iPads. That was awesome.
baseball right now.
Yeah. It's just the most weird thing. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
And the funny thing is, all like
Metal
those
Gear
people you see, they're all voice scared and voices.
I know they
voices.
are.
Yeah,
They
it's
are,
so
but
cool.
it's
It's so
still
cool.
weird.
I think for me, just going back to Shadow Moses, right?
Mhm.
That was pretty epic. And then that nice fade they do.
But the sucky thing is you knew you were from the trail.
What I wish they
I avoided trailers.
They could have done more with Shadow Moses. They could have let you like go to like all these places. Like I wanted to go back to like the basement where you fought Psycho Mantis, and they're like, oh no, no need to go there anymore. I'm just
Psycho
like,
Mantis made an appearance in 4. Was that not enough for you?
no, it was, but I wanted to go back.
That was for fans.
I wanted to go to the bathroom where you see Meryl in her underwear, like relive that.
No, I kind of agree with him a little bit. I kind of wanted to.
But one of my favorite parts in Shadow Moses. My favorite part in Shadow Moses is just going down that hallway, seeing like the cold, dry blood stains on the wall, and then just hearing like going back to that memory of hearing like people dying by Grey Fox. And I'm just like, no, yeah, the piss stain on the office. That was awesome.
Talking about powerful moments in 4 for me that I did not see coming, and again, I was a mess after this. Big Mama dying, and the apple, and the symbolism. Oh my God, that was horrible.
Seeing
if anybody was okay with Liquid Ocelot after that, you've got problems. You really do.
No, and seeing like Snake like looking at Eva and she like sees Big Boss and he's like, Eva, like I need you and stuff like that, and I'm just like, and he's like, Snake, and I'm like,
yeah.
Was entirely Ocelot or not? Like, I mean, because it seems to be more liquid rather than Ocelot.
that final boss fight in 4.
Oh, actually, the moment I actually did shed a tear is when Eva jumped into the fire to grab Big Boss's body. I was like, that is just
that's dedication.
Yeah. Well, that's what did it. And if you are okay with Ocelot after that, you have problems.
There was
you
always
really
that flip flop. Does she really love the boss? Does she? Then it's like at the end she did that. You're like,
Well, she only gets off her bike if she falls in love.
Yeah.
Or dies.
Or dies.
All right, we'll go over there. Not the one in the back, the one in the DC shirt. Yeah.
Was I the only one that noticed the difference in the map layout in Shadow Moses? It wasn't identical.
Well, no, you're approaching from a different point, right? So it's not really a problem, I think. The map layout was pretty much the same once you got to that area.
It looked a lot different. Like, it didn't look the same. Like, it was cool and everything. Like, every time I went in there, I would always put the young face paint camo. Like, it just, like, nostalgic film.
MGS1 face camo, that was cool. Honestly, my one complaint about 4 was I didn't like I know that Snake was supposed to be old because of the cloning stuff, but I didn't like that, so that's why I love that they put young Snake with the bandana face camo. I was like, rest of the game with that only.
Oh, I loved Old Snake. I think Old Snake was a good like Kojima's apology for Raiden, right?
That is how you make a character evolve, in my opinion.
We're sorry for Raiden. We made him a ninja, but we made Snake old.
Going back a little bit, what did people think? Going back to MGS2, when they brought Snake back and he had the mullet. Just a random question. Did people dig it?
I liked it.
I loved it just because I love 80s movies, and I'm like, okay, +5 to manliness, if that's even possible anymore with Solid Snake.
I liked him as Pliskin. I thought he was cool.
Escape from LA. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You know what I actually found strange about that is like that Snake is the Snake from Shadow Moses, but like the play arts of the Shadow Moses Snake have come out. Have you seen his face?
Does
it
it
looks
look
retarded. It looks nothing like Big Boss, and Pliskin looks like Big Boss. I mean, I know they only had pixels to go by for the Shadow Moses face, but they could have made it look more like Big Boss, because the Big Boss play arts look like Big Boss. But the Snake,
Big Boss skin was really hilarious, actually.
the Snake one doesn't look like Big Boss. Like they show no filial resemblance.
Yeah.
I argue because Liquid and Snake aren't just exact clones, they're actually sons. Solidus was an exact clone, so there could be a little bit of difference in the base structure.
They're genes.
There's a little Eva in there.
But in the games, when you look at like MGS2 and MGS3, Liquid and Solid, Solid and Naked Snake, they do model them so that they look just like each other. You know, that's what they're going for. At least to me, that's what I see.
We'll go with the guy in the back.
Yeah, sorry. This is going back to your Easter egg. Metal Gear Solid 4, when you
Oh God. No.
This brings back.
I don't know about the aliens, but I do remember just the part in Metal Gear Solid 2 where the Colonel goes absolutely batshit insane near the end.
Have you ever seen a purple worm eat scissors on
scissors?
Naked Raiden.
Turn off the console now.
Honestly,
Okay.
you have played the game long enough.
Game over.
I think Vision Mailed is my favorite
We
part.
have
Vision Mail.
Actually, I gotta admit though, that the best part of that like wanted for me is when Game Over came and the screen was like a quarter of the like TV and I was tripping. And I'm like, oh shit.
No,
I was giggling all the way throughout the whole like naked riding, like punching people, cartwheels. Hanging with one hand over the junk and like.
No, and then like there's the thing where he does the flip, and so you're like trying to see. No. But no, my favorite Easter egg in MGS2 is just with the projectors.
Oh,
you just
yes.
No. But then what I did was I did like made a move, and just all you see. I'm just like.
Yeah. I just like the projectors. They're all looking at, these women on the screen, and they
they're
keep
just like-
going back and forth. And then when it turns back to the Colonel, they turn around and look at you.
Who's got a codec?
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. I have something to confess is guilty pleasure. I played the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2 probably longer than the Raiden half. And what it did is everything. I actually
Half, you mean like the Raiden, like 99% of the game?
No, anyway, I actually tranked every guard in that main room with like the bandana. It took me like 4 hours.
But I got a kick out of using the softcore porn posters to distract guards. Come here. Oh. that was great. Favorite characters?
Trickle physics. I mean Eva.
Okay. When you check under their history of what they ate, and you find breast implants in there.
No, I love Eva's love for instant noodles.
Yeah.
And then you go back a few, and it's like duck à l'orange, filet mignon, and it's like.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've been eating snakes.
Rat.
This is great.
Yeah. Crocodile must taste great. Sure.
Snake, you got a PSD1. You can use it to save Sniper Wolf. I mean, you can.
Save Meryl.
What are you fighting for?
Favorite character was probably Frank Yeager. He has the best story, and like the entirety of Metal Gear 2, not Solid, Metal Gear 2, where Snake.
That is very obscure. I know who you're talking about. But people here. Well,
Gray Fox.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gray Fox.
Gray Fox before he becomes, cyborg.
Yeah.
The entire backstory between Snake and Gray Fox is like the fact that they were, good friends. They fought together. They were soldiers together, and then the last kind of encounter that they have before he dies is they're fighting, just like beating the shit out of each other with their hands, pardon the French.
Yeah.
No guns, nothing, no emotions, no strings attached, purely because it's the jump.
Yep.
And they're doing it in a minefield.
Yeah, fist fight in a minefield.
Since the 8-bit days, like Metal Gear has had very, very solid, very epic, very emotional endings.
Yep. And the writing has always been on par.
Favorite character. That's a tough one.
I've been a big fan of Johnny since 4.
How many times you killed him?
But that's what made it great, right? You had this character, and then his ancestors, and then finally you get to see him for who he is. We'll say.
I guess Otacon for me, because especially he banged Naomi, and I'm just like in a helicopter. I'm just like, you sir, rock. But also I also like Sunny. She was like, you find out like she's a sweet little girl, and she's so smart, and she's the daughter of Olga, and I'm just
Well,
like,
she's supposed to be like symbolism for the good side of the new generation. That's
Yeah.
That's.
But I did get tired of those egg cooking cutscenes.
do
Why are you
do
showing this again?
do 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 I hate that.
Okay, bit of an obscure reference. I'm probably going to say Colonel Campbell.
Oh,
is anybody
God,
here?
yeah.
No. Is anybody here familiar with Rambo?
Oh, yes.
Colonel Troutman.
Yep. Yeah.
That is their homage to Colonel Troutman.
That's speaking of Colonel
That
Campbell.
makes total sense.
It is.
Scary.
Oh.
It is. They confirm it. It is. That's the reason he looks like him and talks like him and sounds like him.
I hear it's amazing.
That was great in was it Portable Ops, where you get them where you see him as a young guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
And he's doing Beatles hair.
Beatles.
You used to be cool. What happened to you?
Okay, so maybe the question's a little off topic, but back in Metal Gear Solid 4, like I really loved the storyline, everything was excellent. And you know, Raiden got a lot cooler, but one thing I didn't think made any sense, I don't know, maybe I can get some closure on this, but when he's fighting the frog troopers pretty much at the end.
And the Fem troopers?
Yeah, the Fem troopers.
Leaping off walls.
But yeah, he uses that lightning cloud thing on them. If anybody can explain the lightning cloud where he's like shooting lightning at people.
He's a robot ninja, don't ask.
magic.
It's
Robot ninja magic.
It's like everything had some kind of explanation. Once it's in the lightning cloud, I was like, it's cool, but I don't get any of it. So.
Here's an interesting question. What do you guys think is the most believable Metal Gear Solid? I like to go with 3, just because it is really heavily versed in history, but.
Honestly, I'd have to go with 2 because, like, you see Fortune.
Peace Walker as well, but Peace Walker has a few.
You see Fortune stuff, and you're like, oh no, and then you find out Ocelot was all like, oh no, it's a barrier that we put on you, and then Vamp, you find out later, nanomachines were generated in his body and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't know, I just thought 2 was the most believable in my opinion.
Yeah, tried all the explanations. Well, besides Psycho Mantis, 1 would have been the most believable.
Yeah,
Psycho Mantis was just, yeah, he's psychic, he's powerful, deal with it. There's no explanation besides that.
Yeah, but he can't seem to read you when you put the...
Your memory card.
He sure doesn't like my memory card.
Yeah,
what was I saying? Smash Bros.
They brought it to Overkill?
Symphony of the Night? Yeah, I do like Symphony of the Night. Now let me kill you.
Yeah.
Girl in the red that had her hand up?
Oh, well, I was going to say, one, DARPA's actually a real thing. I felt really
It is.
dumb not knowing that. And I think one's also the one most realistic. They have a lot of real terms in there that I didn't know.
Yep.
Oh my god, the terminology just
again,
makes my head explode.
Going back to Nastasha, everything she talks about with like nuclear history and all that stuff, that's all true. Yeah.
I forgot she existed.
A
Like
lot of-
I played 1, and then I played 2, 3, 4. And I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't there like some Russian chick or something in the first game? Like, what happened to Romanenko?
I just thank you. I just have a thing for Russian chicks. Don't mind me.
I want her to secretly turn out to be Olga somehow.
With her hairy armpits, that would kill it for me.
Yeah, what the hell?
I remember your hentai.
We all use the cam, and I'm like, what's it? No, Colonel.
Yeah, it's a shame that you can't, like, I've always wanted to see if you were able to hack the game and put a gun and shoot Olga, you know, when
It would
she's
create a time
unconscious,
paradox.
to see if there would be a time paradox.
That would break the game.
Yeah.
There would be no sunny.
Probably break the code.
Psycho Mantis shows up and kills him. I just have one add-on to Russian chick, yay. Can't pronounce her name. Anyway, yeah, she
Who
actually...
is not Olga, let's just forget about
Not
that.
Olga.
The other
But she
Russian.
actually like always has the coolest dialogue explanation. Like it's almost like she's taking stuff right off of Wikipedia and going on. She even mentioned
My friend wrote an essay for university based on that, and it's all.
Even when she fights Psycho Mantis, she has real evidence that it's true. In World War II, they actually had people studying psychic and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But as amazing as like Supernatural as they try to explain it.
Well, MGS, I think for all of its supernatural stuff, for the most part, they always try to give a grounded explanation. It's almost like Christopher Nolan. Anybody? The director, Christopher Nolan. Supernatural, but it's grounded. You can kind of suspend disbelief and ride the fine line between real and I don't know.
on like favorite characters or I always really liked Ocelot's character, like just the way he plays in this. No, he's a total bastard, but
Do you like
the way he
Ketchum?
plays into the story is very.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the way he plays in the story is just very interesting because he's a total despicable person, but in the end, he's working for the greater good.
Ocelot actually has some of the best character development in the entire series.
Oh, definitely.
He is the weakest and biggest bitch of a boss in one, and kind of irrelevant. And then as the games go on, right after the credits, who speaks in every single game? It's Ocelot.
That's why you play Twin Snakes, because in Twin Snakes, the Ocelot fight you have first person shooting, so you're just first person mode, so you're just like, I can see you.
I gotta add on, the Ocelot is my favorite character. You have that love-hate with that character. He's burned you so many times, and you're like, oh my god, he's so freaking cool. Even in Snake Eater, he's so skilled. My argument in 1 is I think he was just toying with Snake, Solid Snake. He probably could have won that fight just out of a whim. It's Ocelot.
I liked at the end of 4 when like you beat him in the boss fight or whatever, and then he goes just like he's just like, you're pretty good, and I'm just like, yeah.
My favorite thing was seeing him noob it up, especially when Eva took the tire track to the face. Yeah, if that's not like a slap, I don't know what it is.
The first encounter with Snake, where Snake teaches him how to use a revolver, or tells him he should be using one.
Oh, the Raiden thing, where like.
The award from the president just going.
No, the Easter egg where Raiden goes back in time to try to prevent Big Boss or something like that. So it's because he wants to do a thing, and I just love that.
The secret theater.
Yeah, the secret theater thing.
episodes
Oh god.
for that.
Raiden running naked.
No, then he goes back to Metal. No, he goes back to Metal Gear 2, and I'm just like, okay.
No, but my favorite part of the secret theater was the what? Are we getting close?
Metal Gear Second.
No, we got 12 minutes. We're good. No, Metal Gear Second was pretty funny, but the one where he's, like they do the scene where he says how you use the cold single action army, and it's like he says besides, I can't remember what happened, but it was like there was no bullets in the gun or something. Was it Snake?
And it kills Snake.
Yeah.
There's a bullet in there.
He's a cowboy. He doesn't need bullets.
That's yeah. Also, I didn't understand the Sokolov, secret theater one. Oh, Sokolov.
There's a lot of really weird, quirky Japanese humor in the
You see him burning porn magazines, and then he just is like, wait a minute. Then you just see them reading them in there.
In terms of like random items or like oddball items, what are some of your favorites?
Geisha face.
I'm gonna have to go with the dirty magazine because I get a kick out of it every single time. Especially like if they bend down to pick it up and then.
Okay,
I would always trank him in the ass.
shit
because
camo.
I get a kick out of that.
I have 2. I have the Psycho Mantis doll because it's just fun, and the whirlwind gun. Just that one bullet gun, just whirlwind, and then all you see is items everywhere. And you're just like,
yeah, the shit camo in the third game.
Gakko camo.
Yeah.
What was it?
No, the camo where it's
flies
like,
are like
flying
around your head.
Yeah.
And guards like you go behind a tree and it's like
Enough what they did with the cardboard boxes in Peace Walker. You got the tank one.
The tank one's hilarious.
They just keep going.
The ambulance box made me laugh.
No, I love the Easter eggs in Peace Walker. Like you're searching for the nukes in the trucks, and you open one, and it's like Metal Gear, and it's like a Metal Gear, and then you go another Mr. Kojima, and then you get him part of your base, and I'm like, that's so cool.
One of the funniest things as well I find is getting guards to eat rotten food. How do I get rid of this guy? I got no weapons. Ugh, and then you run up and like beat the shit out of the guy while he's like puking.
Food.
Running around the alligator mask. That just rolls.
You mean the derp mask? That's what I call it. The derp.
And everyone, you just go in Coda conversation, everyone just laughs at you like that looks freaking ridiculous.
With the crocodile cat?
No, the James Bond conversation with Zero.
Yeah.
They have conversations about 2001: A Space Odyssey in Peace Walker.
Oh well, I mean, God, Paramedic is just one big like, hey, let's make her a giant film reference.
I love Paramedic.
Oh, she's awesome. Yeah, no, she's
You're gonna tell me what it tastes like.
Sunlight.
Sunlight! Lunar Nights reference?
And then what?
Prison. Little mini game.
Yeah.
Sorry? That game was supposed to come out and it never did.
Okay, it's Snake's Nightmare.
Yeah, it got cancelled. Like,
Ape Escape in 3.
Oh yes, that was amazing.
Banana camo.
No, and then the skateboarding in 2. We could like play Solid Snake on the big shell just skateboarding.
Was there Snake?
Yeah, in the PS2 collection.
They played like this like cheesy punk version of the MGS theme where you're like, big hair, go right.
Yeah, it was because Tony Hawk was popular at the time, so it's like, oh, let's put Solid Snake on a skateboard with a big shell.
Oh yeah.
I love the Mark II in general, just because of because I played Snatcher back in the day, and it was great to see that come back.
The Mark II. Man, do you abuse the hell out of that thing?
I barely used it. Oh,
Gonna be a big fan of just
actually, another one of my favorite characters. One of my.
I prefer the cigar just because like no camo, shirt off, cigar, and the minigun, and you just run.
No, another favorite character, the monkey.
Oh yeah.
No, you just see the monkey drinking soda. I'm like, favorite character in this game.
Did anybody here get all the frogs in MGS3?
Oh yeah, I did.
No.
It took a long time.
And they're Yoshis in the 3DS, right?
The Yoshis in GameCube as well.
Oh, the GameCube had that one.
Nintendo reference?
And it
Yes,
gives
you
you
shoot a
health.
GameCube and a coin comes up and then the Yoshi's like,
Yoshi!
yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, but it's really funny during one of the cutscenes in Twin Snakes, and you can see they focus in on the Yoshi and Mario.
I'm just like
the GameCube.
Where do you think the series can go from here? There is a new game coming out. I think. Well, my bet is that it's going to be a remake of the original.
I would love to see a remake of. So you mean the original Solid?
Metal Gear.
I would love to see
yeah,
original.
3D remakes of Metal Gear 1 and 2. They could do it. They could do it. Yes.
Snake's Revenge.
I actually with an interview with the guy that created it that he might actually be considering doing the boss's story eventually.
So we get like World War
Female
I.
protagonist.
No, like go back to World War II and like play as the Cobra unit and stuff. That'd be so sweet.
Actually, I had a big discussion in a group, and they all agreed. We want to know what happened to Snake between 2 and 4.
Well, they've missed.
No, not philanthropy. That was 1 and 2.
They've missed covering one sequential period, and that's the 80s. That's what happens in Metal Gear 1 and 2. You know,
Yeah.
they haven't touched the 80s. You know.
So like, there's that whole gap. How
Whoa! Stop right there. The 80s are awesome.
Because they don't remember the.
Well, wasn't Snake like created in 1977? So wouldn't he have still been like growing up?
No. Time paradox.
Time paradox.
Yeah, but I figured they should at least recreate the first 2 Metal Gears.
Yeah, exactly. Because there were some interesting.
Not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear.
There were some interesting bosses in that game.
I will pay plenty of money just to hear a voice actor say, "I feel asleep."
I feel asleep.
I fell asleep.
The thing is, for anyone who hasn't played those original games, they're so true to Solid. Like, they really, a lot of the mechanics that made it into Solid came from those games, and it's hard to imagine them in 2D until you actually play them, but they work so well.
If you think MGS is hard, go play Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Those dogs.
The angry video game nerd talked about how bad.
Yeah, and then you go back
was.
up one panel, back down, resets.
Retarded. You enter a truck, and you come out, and the guard respawns right where you come out of the truck. And you always
No, you go into the back of a truck, and it's just like a giant ass room, and you're like, what?
It's a TARDIS.
The great thing
It's a TARDIS, yes!
The great thing would be if they did remake Metal Gear 1 and 2, there's so many good Easter eggs they could put in from the NES Metal Gear, the American version. Yeah. Maybe there's a way to skip Metal Gear at the end. There's so many Snake's Revenge references you could throw in during the second half. I think
The intro song to Metal Gear 2 is like one of my favorite Metal Gear songs. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start closing it up here because we got about 5 minutes left here, and we don't want to,
Yeah, we're gonna get yelled at by them soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess thanks everyone for coming. I think the we're gonna see a couple more Metal Gear games. I hope Revengeance is good. I don't expect it to be Metal Gear, but I expect it to at least be Devil May Cry. So maybe it'll be more than just chopping up
Slicing-
watermelons.
Yeah, I was like slicing
See.
watermelon.
Metal Gear Fruit Ninja.
Yeah. Again, thanks everyone for coming, and I guess, and thank you for coming, and we'll see you next year.
Oh, definitely.